I'm at John's shop. It's a Thursday afternoon. We're both supposed to be working diligently on things. Why is his El Camino here? Why am I here? Because John and I are gonna hop in this El Camino and we're gonna go take a ride, because I know, I told them both, don't yell so loud. So you might ask yourself why we are not at work on a wonderful sunny Thursday afternoon. Why aren't we at work?
Well,
well,
apparently we need another El Camino.
Listen, man. I know we've told everybody in the past, we're done, no more. It's kind of like when you walk up to that case of beer and you're like, no more. And then another one just kind of pops up.
It's starting to look exactly like that, actually.
So here's what happened. I went and looked at an El Camino last night because our good friend Rob, I don't know, sent me a picture of one, and that's kind of all it takes.
Yeah.
So I went and looked at it and called Big J on the way home and said, we got to do a quick field trip after work, or, you know, during work. So that's what we did, and we are in John's El Camino to go pick up this other El Camino.
Well,
you know what they say, if you think you hate it now, wait till you see it. But the good news is we have no trailer.
We're driving around in El Camino on a beautiful afternoon.
We have no trailer. That means we have intentions of driving this home.
It's gonna go.
Stay tuned. So we're on our way to get the El Camino, and John tells me that this scrapyard here on the right, he's like, oh, this is where I bought those Keystones. How much were they?
$35 each.
$35 each. I should have given you one for 30 because it didn't match the other three.
No, I got two of them there.
Oh, two of them were
And I
there.
had to buy the other two. I had to buy the other two new, I believe.
Oh.
You know, it got me started.
Yeah, get you started. Well, listen, we just, because you know, in the newest video, Joe talked about the Keystones on the OG and how they kind of ran the gauntlet.
They did.
The whole John, Rob, Randy, Steve-O game.
Everywhere.
Oh my God. So here we are, and we're not far from the new car. I'll give you a clue. I won't tell you what color the car is, but we can tell them.
You gonna name
We can
it?
tell them the nickname.
Yeah.
You guys want to know what the name of this car is?
And we didn't give it to it. This was given.
No.
We got the car with this name.
It
so
was
it
actually said to me this way. Oh, by the way, it has a name,
Yeah, so we have to keep it.
and the name is
Skid Mark.
Skid Mark. So there you have it.
Skid Mark. It's the greatest car name I've
Oh
ever
yeah.
heard.
So we are we're gonna stick with that. All right, we're moments away.
Yeah. Yeah, the tractor certainly hooked on that. or the bumper jack, like a jack slip. Oh, I had a timing on it. Okay.
Here we go. Here we
I love El Camino timing fast. It's just not going on this one.
Look at this one and look at this one. I'm getting John's reaction.
Perfect. It's an El Camino. We can put anything we want in the back and not even be worried in the least. Ooh, you didn't tell me about the seat cover.
It looked way better last night. Nah, dude, this is it, man. Yeah, all right. So there's some, you know, as people who try to be funny on YouTube say, there's some weight reduction over there. I hate when they say that silly stuff. Bottom of the doors aren't even really rotted, man. I hope the keys are over the visor. That's what he said he was going to leave.
Oh, there's like a bird up here.
All right, let's fire it up. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Pump it. He said pump it twice, and then.
Oh, it is a stiff gas pedal. Dude, stop it.
Stop it, dude. I think we only have one key. I think we only own one key. I know. Summit Racing, bro. It's gonna look good. We need these.
Why? It's not a Trans Am. It's supposed to be a Trans Am.
You're supposed to be happy with me. You're not supposed to.
I'm always happy with these guys.
All right, let's get home. But I don't know. That's a pretty cool viz right there.
No, we're gonna
Sounds good, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we are heading home in the new El Camino. I got John behind me in his El Camino. This is cool, man. This is cool. We are gonna go home the same way we came. We are street legal. I got it. I'm gonna pay attention to driving here because I can't see S through this dirty window. Speedometer cable's making a tremendous amount of noise. Listen. Let's see. Where's the speedometer itself? That's gonna break. Doesn't ride terribly. Steepest hill of the drive home. I was just on the phone with Joe. I haven't done this in forever, where I've bought a car that I don't know and drove it home. But I'm doing it. It's smoking a bit. I don't know if it's running rich or it's burning oil, but it made it up that hill okay. Not great, but okay. It's a steep one. This is where I bent the valve in one of my work trucks, towing a trailer home from work one night. But it did it. That's the hardest part of the drive home. I had to do a little detour around a car accident, it seems, or maybe a fire. Sad. But I don't know. It's about a half an hour drive home, and I literally, actually, John fired up. You saw that. And this is a 71 to El Camino parade. So far, so good. Not home yet, but also not on the side of the road. I have a tool bag with me, but we have no tow strap or anything. So far it's good. It's just real tough when I get up to higher speeds to record because it's so loud in here. No headliner, very, very little, if any, weather stripping. So, anyway, so far so good. I might drive this piece of junk to work tomorrow. Why not? All right, more when we get back.
Skid mark made it home.
Well, life's good with an El Camino in it. That's what I said to John this morning. But all went well on the way home last night. Can't believe I picked this thing up 24 hours ago already. Here's the deal. Lost the brakes coming into the neighborhood. So that's fun. I got it home. I got it in the driveway, but self-inflicted, guys. Okay, I'm going to pull the front wheel off, and I know it's leaking at that right front wheel. I did see it wet in there before I even bought it, but it felt fine 90% of the way home. Okay, bye. Plates are on it. Lights are working. This tail light was all messed up. I even bolted the plates. I had to adjust the back bumper with a sledgehammer. And I'm gonna take it to the car wash. I think I have all my illumination. Front license plate. Yeah, man, I'm street legal. Runs pretty good. Carburetor needs some adjustment. What carburetor doesn't. Tomorrow we'll clean out the inside. Also really want to get going on brake lines on this. All right, Skidmark and I are out cruising on a Friday night. I got the brakes fixed, left that right front caliper. The bleeder has been hogged out and somebody tapped it and really kind of did a stupid job. Probably gonna need a caliper. Fixed the left rear tail light, bolted on the license plates like I said. It's kind of fun driving an old car at night, except I got no dash lights, so I got nothing to do inside. That is as good as it gets right now. It's like 22 minutes of pressure washing and foam brushing and blowing mud out from underneath it. Car's rough. There is no question. This car is rough. Needs quarters, needs floors. Bottom of the fenders, blew out a big chunk there. Blowing off all kinds of paint off the roof. It is what it is. We didn't buy it because it was a cream puff. With that said, I don't really know why I bought it, but I did. So, all right, next stop home. Hopefully it happens. And there it is. Our first date is over. We took it out. I took it out. Took it to the car wash. It doesn't look any different. It's got such a skin of stuff on it, but okay, cool. That was fun. Drove it right up Main Street. Town is busier than heck. It's Friday night. It's a nice night out, a little windy, but people are digging it, man. People were pointing and laughing. Tomorrow's another day. We're gonna clean the inside out. So I'm gonna do some cleaning up here in the garage, and I thought Joe's working on the video for the El Camino, and I kind of wanted to do some sort of a formal introduction to the car because I don't know, I'm kind of falling for it. And I want to just explain to you real quick how this came about, because I was not, and I repeat, not in the market for another car. Okay, phone rings. I'm at work. It's a good friend of ours, Rob. Rob used to hot rod with us all the time, and Rob's like, hey, I know a guy who knows a guy looking to sell an El Camino. And, you know, it's like when you're into stray cats or stray dogs, or you're like, yeah, tell me where it is. So I'm on the phone with the guy with the El Camino, and we make an arrangement. I go look at it. You saw it earlier parts of the video. We basically work out the deal, and John and I go grab the car. Now, Tom, who I got the car from, really cool dude, really cool guy. He and I hit it off really well immediately. Restoring an old house. I like his style a lot. He says, you know, I'm going to give you the number to the prior owner. She's a real cool lady. You're really going to like her. She's really going to be happy to know the car is going to a good home. So I clean out the interior, do all of this stuff, and I mentioned I'm going to call her, so I do. We played phone tag that night, and actually the next morning, I think we ended up, maybe it was the next afternoon, we ended up getting in touch with each other. We had a great conversation. She loves that silly car. She loves that thing. And the bottom line is she's just not in the place in her life where she can give the car the attention that it deserves and needs, quite literally needs. So that's how it kind of went from her to Tom. Tom did some work to it, and he realized it's just not practical. Winter's coming. It's really not a spare truck for him. He does have a Tacoma and another minivan. He doesn't really need another project along with the house he's restoring. So look, yeah, I do. I need another project, right? So sure, John, and I go grab it. So now we're up to speed, and now I talk to the prior owner, Kat O'Sullivan. And Kat is an artist. Kat is a really, really cool lady. She bought this car back in 2014, so 10 years ago, actually on our mother's birthday, October 17th of 14. She buys the car, and they put it on a tow dolly, and they tow it home. And she uses the car around her property. She had bought an old farmhouse, and she sent me a bunch of pictures of this house, and I think Joe's going to start inserting some pictures in the video right about now. Restored this old farmhouse, but really with a cool artistic flair, lots of color. She's got a couple old school buses, and she buys this El Camino and aptly named it Skid Mark. And the brown stayed, and no color got put on this car. And she used it around her property for maybe not 10 years, maybe 8 years. Occasionally drove it around. But then it just started needing some stuff and things, and then it basically was sequestered to her barn. That is unfortunately as far back as we go, logging the history of the car. We know it's a 72. We know it's an original 2-barrel. It's an open rear, not a posi rear. that transmission has been rebuilt. It feels like it's got a shift kit in it because it will chirp second if you get it on it just right. But it was originally white. We don't have the cal tag. There's no cal tag on this car, but I can tell you right now that car was originally white, did not have a vinyl top. It then got to that pretty common popular copper orange metallic color, and then of course to the brown that we all know and some of us love. So Kat gets the car and keeps it there along with her 2 school buses. Now, one school bus is a small, like, Ford van kind of school bus, all painted up. But then she tells me that she had this old GMC bus and that it was her first car. And she learned how to drive on that bus. It's a full-size bus, man. All painted up. And she sells that on eBay. And then years later, the woman she sells it to says, hey, I'm moving. I can't really keep the bus. You want it back. So Kat's this type of lady. She gets this groove that we do. She buys back her first school bus. How awesome is that? Not knowing her, not ever having met her or know anything about her, she fills me in on who she is. And she's a very, very special, important lady in this car's history, because I honestly feel that without her getting it and just having a cool vibe about where that car ends up, it wouldn't have ended up here. And I kind of patted that car on the dashboard as I'm pulling into the car wash that night. I'm saying, why are you with me? Why are you here? I have way too much to do. How did that car end up here? I don't know what we're doing it, what we're going to do with it, rather. I don't know what we're going to do to it. All I know is that it's here. And I really don't have an intention of doing a restoration like we're doing on Mr. Jones on that car. I want to save that for my 68. But let's be frank, my 68 is going to be a while before it's done. It's probably going to be a while before I even get to it. We are talking about pulling the motor out of the brown car. We are talking about going through it mechanically. Maybe getting some new control arms in it. Tacking some floors. Got to get a headliner in there, but I can't put a headliner in there until I weld the floors. So that's got to happen. Enjoy the car. It's kind of cool. And obviously, I'm sure a lot of you are going to leave comments of what you want us to see, what you want to see us do with it. I'm not digging the LS twin turbo thing. It's kind of overdone in my mind. So, all right, cool. Take a look. Let us know. Stay tuned. So now for the fun part. I played around in the garage this morning. It was pretty cold out here. And I got the brake clamps on the frame. But now we need to do something about this. I'm going to go through this thing. I'm going to look for any information about the vehicle beforehand. I'm going to look at any original parts that I may find in here. And I think we're going to try to contact the prior owner. I'm not quite sure I know the best way to do this other than set the tripod up and go for it. We're going to start taking some stuff out of the car that I think I'm going to save and talk to the prior owner about whether she wants to keep some of this stuff. We got to start with our own system. Let's see what's in here. So this excited me the other day when I found it. I think what's back here is the headliner. So these are the sail panel pieces, obviously. Oh, we got quarts of 10W30 and 2050. Okay. Eyeglass pieces. Stay. Lamp pieces. Got our downspout connectors. We catch up with her. We can maybe give her this stuff back. This stuff, some of this is a piece of trim. That's garbage. A little coax. Garbage. This right here. This is the headliner. This is the headliner for the car. Let's see what is see what's left. Oh, yeah, no, it's mouse. Okay. So that's garbage, but we have the bows in there, so we're going to save those. We'll put that back here for now. Cannot use that headliner. Guess it was taken out for a reason, right? Funnel. We could clean that and use that. Oh, subwoofy. Garbage. These are trim pieces. This is what the headliner kind of wraps around. So these are important to save. I can't drive a car without a headliner, guys, so it's going to get a headliner. Whether we restore the car or not, I can't have it like that. So I really like ratty interiors. Well, ratty outside is kind of fun. What is this thing? Kmart spark plug cleaner. What? I haven't seen one of those in forever. I really don't want that coming out. Yeah, spark plug cleaner. A little motor, a little wire brush in there. We'll try it just for like maybe the lawnmower. Okay, this is a workout weight. Yeah. I'm gonna get my curls in. We definitely have some nestage. These pieces we need to keep. This windlace. Oh, hang on. No, I'm not gonna reuse that probably. Garbage. I don't know, is this exciting to you guys? Sometimes when you find cool stuff, it's exciting. We have a sail panel, that's cool. More windlace pieces. So that's a pile of stuff that I intend to keep. Well, that's this side. How do we feel about these Heartbeat of America floor mats? I'm not a fan. What we'll do is we'll keep that running on that side. That there. This I'll save. This is a taillight base. I'm definitely going to save that. Or this is a bracket. This car originally had air conditioning. It's not there anymore, but we'll put a bracket for it. What's in here? Oh, parts. Oh, very nice. Seatbelt parts. We'll put the dome light in the bag. And the lens in the bag. As opposed to another. That's cool. It's a license plate light like for a trailer. Lighter. Some blue 194s. What would you use blue? We'll save them, but I'm never going to use blue 194s. If anyone wants blue 194s, let me know. When would I ever use a blue 194 bulb? Playing with the El Camino, and I see that we have no cal tag here. The VIN does match the title. That's all cool. And I see these pieces of tape here. Another key. That's cool. At least we have another key. I'm going to keep digging here just when you think you figured everything out. I came over here and I scraped off the engine block pad numbers. You can't see them. But this is a numbers matching engine block here. I mean, it's no big deal. CTL suffix 72 352 barrel. I think it's like 165 horsepower. It's no kind of hot rod. But nonetheless, original motor.